Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gamer Scene. I am your host Connor, and this is your weekly gaming update for the 27th of August 2012. We had quite a busy week last week, so have we got more of the same this week? Let's find out, and let's kick off with the news. Now, after Gamescom announced that the game of the show was Dishonored, before that a few more details came for some other games, such as SimCity and Sims Seasons and Supernatural details. More of the details were revealed for both of these games. More details are over at thegamerscene.com, so make sure you head over there to check out the full details of these games. Also in the news, Metal Gear Rising will not appear on the PlayStation Vita because the free cutting mechanic, which will be introduced in this game, requires too much power that the Vita does not have. In other games, well, Defiance, a new TV show or game teaser trailer, well, that was released. It's an MMO game where what happens in the game is affected by what happens in the TV show. Now, the TV, basically what means is even if you're offline, the game is changing and moving and adjusting depending on what happens with the TV show. So that sounds like a really fascinating concept, something that must be checked out. So I certainly will be having a look at that. That will be released in 2013. Also, we have Forza Horizon announcing a VIP mode, which will provide you with 5 different cars, access to VIP Rivals mode, and other much more better things out there. So if you want to have a bit more from your Forza Horizon experience when that gets released, make sure you check it out and get that VIP mode soon. Mugen Souls has now got a release date to it. It is the 16th of October. This came with a new trailer that was released recently, and so all you people with the fans of Mugen Souls can get that on the 16th of October. I believe that's the European date. North American one will be about a similar time. On to games that have already been released. Well, Spec Ops The Line has a new update which gives the game co-op mode. So if you've got Spec Ops The Line, then you can now play it with your friends and play through that with a bit more of a interactive feel with your mates out there, which is fantastic to see. Ubisoft are making an Assassin's Creed 3 documentary, including interviews with historians and developers, and also details of how the game was created. This documentary will be called Inside Assassin's Creed 3, and well, basically gives you an insight into the world of Assassin's Creed and how the game came about. And finally, for the news, well, the Borderlands has been released, which is a 16-bit version of Borderlands, where you level up, you get new weapons from chests, and you basically fight wave after wave of enemy, and you survive as long as you can. I've had a go. It's quite a good fun for a little bit of a blast, so make sure you have a look. Website is at the Gamer Scene, of course. So now we've done the news, let's kick on with the game releases for this week, and I have to tell you, Tuesday is quite a busy day. First up, we have Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Madden NFL gets released on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii and Vita. Two PC games this week. Two PC games on Tuesday. They are Guild Wars 2 and Tryst. Next up, Damage Inc., a Pacific World War II plane fighting game on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Rollercoaster Tycoon 3D on 3DS, for all you 3D rollercoaster tycoons out there. And then we have a load of collections. The God of War Saga for PlayStation 3, which includes God of War 1, God of War 2, God of War 3, and God of War Origins. Also on PS3, Ratchet & Clank Collection, containing Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, and Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal. Also on PS3, an Infamous Collection containing Infamous 1 and 2, plus a separate title called Festival of Blood. Sounds quite interesting, it's got a different game in there. And finally on PS3, Journey Collector's Edition containing Journey, Flower and Flow. So all those collections, if you want to play a bit of your old games that have already been released and you want to relive some of them, plenty of collections for your PlayStation 3 users out there. But anyway, finally for Tuesday we have some DLC. Mass Effect is releasing its Leviathan DLC for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC on Tuesday. Max Payne Organised Crime Mac Pack gets released for PS3, Xbox 360 and PC as well on Tuesday. And finally, Quantum Conundrum I Carumba on PC, a new loot expansion for the Quantum Conundrum, quite an interesting game. And that's Tuesday over and done with. Quite a lot of DLC and collection packs there for you to relive your old games, but there's certainly not a lack of interesting games apart from that. We have 2 more days left. That's Thursday, it gives you Mutant Muds for PC, and finally Order Up on 3DS comes to you on Friday. So what out there are going to be interesting? Well, obviously you can play a load of classic games, God of War, Ratchet & Clank Infamous, and the Journey Collector's Edition. So there are plenty of old games which you can play, but what about the new games? Well, Metal Gear Solid is going to have plenty of fans, I have to say, because it's a Metal Gear Solid game and it already has quite a big fan base behind it, so that could well be interesting. Madden NFL will have to compete with NCAA football from earlier this year, but I'm sure it'll give it a good shot, be quite a good game to play. Guild Wars 2 is a massive game for PC, plenty of people looking forward to that one, and I'm sure plenty of people will buy it. And well, Tryst, I gave that a preview yesterday, and that looks like a very interesting game. Probably not the strongest of the three that I've said before, but you know, bound to be interesting. So there are plenty of good games. My two that I'd say were probably Guild Wars 2 and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, probably apply to the biggest audience out there, and I imagine those two will do pretty well this week. But talking of what did pretty well this week, what about last week? What did pretty well last week? Well, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I did a review on that, and I have to say I gave it a 9 out of 10, and other people have given it similar scores, because it is a fantastic game, and it thoroughly deserves all the scores it gets, because it is well worth your money to purchase, so make sure you do purchase it. And also Transformers War of Cybertron, people have been loving that game, so if you're into your Transformers, or even if you're not into your Transformers and you want to give it a shot, this is a very solid game and looks like a lot of fun, so make sure you check it out. Anyway, that's all for the news for this week. We've also got plenty of articles at the Gamer Scene for you to read. All the details from the news will be at the Gamer Scene in much more detail, and we've also got reviews for the Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Legazista over there, and we have the written Tryst preview, so make sure you check them out. Plenty of details and news for you to read every day, so check out and make sure you have a look at the website. Anyway, that will be all from me for this week, and that will be Connor out.